Hey everyone, Brittany and Chris Carmichael here, bringing you the Elevated Life series where we teach you simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation in your life. And as you guys know, we have been traveling like crazy for the last week, and we have up-leveled our energy like crazy by going to the High Performance Academy with Brendan Bouchard. And today we want to bring you a very powerful topic that we saw being like a common theme with a lot of the 2,000 attendees at the conference. We saw this time and time again. This is a dream killer. And in today's video, we're going to teach you how to overcome your fear with our powerful brute force technique.
Yeah, you know, overcoming your fear is so massively important because think about it. What is the thing that really stops you? Is it really who your parents were or where you grew up? You know, normally it's not those things. What it really is our thought processes. And so normally when fears come up, we're just mismanaging our mind. And so when the fear comes up, it's like, oh my gosh, what do? We get paralyzed, and then we don't accomplish our dreams. We don't live the lives we know we're supposed to. We don't go after those relationships. We sort of play small. And as we continue to play small, we create a habit of playing small. And so this technique is going to help you break straight through that.
And before we teach you how to break through your fears, we just want to take a moment to say hello, share where you're joining from, and tag a friend that might need this inspiring message. Or go ahead and share it on your page, because your shares and your tags make the world go round. It helps us to spread our message, and because we join you live every week for free, this would be such an awesome gift that you could give to us by sharing our content. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Hello and happy Friday. So excited to be here. So brute force technique is such a powerful technique because you guys know that saying false evidence appearing real, as you know, the words for, or the letters for fear. Well, it is true. Danger is real, but fear is an imagination. It's a thought that we make up. And typically it's a thought of things going wrong. That's why we are so fearful of it. So this technique is going to help you to realize the thoughts that you're creating and then break through them immediately.
Yeah, you know, the big deal here is that we all have these obstacles that are in our way, right? And there's a lot of ways to get around obstacles. Sometimes you walk over the left side of the obstacle. Sometimes you use a ladder, climb over the obstacle. Sometimes you need to dig a tunnel for the obstacle. But for this one, we're going to actually break straight through it. That's why we call this the brute force method. And it's very simple. All you have to do is, when you have a fear come up and you notice it, and this is going to be one of those times where the fear is something that you know you need to do and you know you need to act on immediately, and instead of acting, you sit there really paralyzed and you start thinking about what's going to happen and what's going to go wrong. You start imagining these horrible things. This is going to get you out of that thinking. So what you have to do is this. You have the fear come up. You feel the fear raise up in your body. You're going to count to 3. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and you're just going to go for it. That way we're going to limit the amount of time that it takes for you to get out of that, kind of like, ooh, I can do this, ooh, I can do this, and into that, oh my gosh, well, what if this happens, and what if that happens? Don't spend time doing that. So many people wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a month, a
5
year.
years.
Yeah, and then they say, well, I never did that. And then what ends up happening is you end up at the end of your life regretting a ton of things. You say, well, if I would have just done that, and well, this is the method. All you've got to do, you count to 3 and you go. This is that brute force method, straight through the obstacle. We're not looking for a way, we're not looking for somebody to help us. Count to 3 and move swiftly.
So let's try it real quick. Think of a fear that you've noticed that's been coming up more often for you, especially if it is surrounding your dreams or going after that lifestyle that you've been craving. So think about that for a moment. Is there a particular fear that has been coming up for you? Maybe it's fear of, being seen, being psychic. Sometimes it can be a little bit scary. Or maybe you have a fear of not making enough money going after your dreams. Maybe you're a creative and someone told you that if you don't go to college, you won't make money, which is total BS. So what is that fear for you? And if you have the courage, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, because the more we have courage to face it, to look at it, to speak it, to bring it out into our awareness, into the open, it's so much easier to bust through it, especially with this brute force technique. So think about a fear that you've had over the last, month, 2 months, 6 months, or even a year that's been holding you back from going after your dream. Not like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna die. I mean, that's all built in, right? We all kind of feel that way. But What is some silly fear that you consciously know it's silly? Think about it. Bring it up in your memory. Look at the imagination. Look at your screen. Look at your mental pictures that you're making. And then give yourself that 3, 2, 1, go countdown. And then ask yourself, what action would I need to take that would allow me to step right through this fear? Anne says, fear of not being able to provide for my kids from my creative business. And I can totally understand so many of the times that, so many of the fears that do come up are directly related to an experience that we had in the past. And our brain pops up this like shield of fear to protect us because it's experienced something from the past. Well, the truth is that the past is over and that your future does not reflect the past.
Yeah, and you've got to really come to a space in yourself where you can overcome these things. And the big deal is you really have to do this if you have kids, because remember, parents are going to be blueprint for their children. And if your kids watch you afraid, and if your kids see that you shy away from accomplishing your goals and dreams and living that life of joy that you know that you can have, because you're just like, oh, well, I'm just going to play small today, or I'm just, I can't do this. Your kids are going to grow up doing this exact same things as you. So if you want to inspire your kids to be small, don't overcome your fears. If you're ready for your kids to say, hey, look at what my mom or look at what my dad's doing. Look how they're attacking their goals. And it doesn't mean you're going to succeed every time, but at least you threw the hook in the water. At least you have an opportunity to do it. So this is one of those deals where be that person, be that example that you need to show for your children and say, hey, look, you can do this. 3, 2, 1, go. And during that 3, 2, 1, think about who needs me to be on my A game. Who is it that's watching? Who is it that's saying, man, I really want to be inspired. I need that inspiration. I need to see that example so that I can do it for myself. Imagine that person. What does that person do when they feel that fear come up? What is that person going to do? And so, hey, I'm going to knock this thing out of the park. And when you start doing that, you're actually going to start rewiring your brain. You start showing your brain, hey, I don't care about the fear. It's fine. I acknowledge it. I know that it's there, but it's just giving me enough energy and enough oomph and grit to drive through it.
Who needs you to be fearless? That was so powerful. Leave that in the comments below because, as those fears arise, you only have 3 seconds to move through them or they're going to just build and build and grow and it's going to keep you from going after your dreams or letting your light shine. So who is it that needs you most? Leave that in the comments below. Alex says, no fear, just do it.
There you go, man.
That's it. You have 3 seconds to move through that fear or it's going to become even bigger in your mind. You're going to come up with all these excuses and all these reasons why it's not possible. Meanwhile, the people that need you most are watching and you want to be an inspiration. You want to empower the people that are around you, whether you're a parent or not. There are people watching you, people looking up to you. So can you have the courage to be fearless? Terry Ann says, myself.
There you go.
Yes. First and foremost, we do this work for ourselves so that the others around us then can be inspired. Yeah,
and a great way to do this is to practice it. Practice it before you get into that situation. That way it becomes automatic for you, because what we really want is we want to build this into a habit, because if you just have, if you know about this technique and you go about the first time and you wait until you get into a situation, it's not going to be automatic. Once you've done this 10, 20, 30, 50 times and you've practiced it before you got in the situation, your mind just automatically knows. It doesn't sit there and wait. It doesn't start worrying. You don't get the anxious feelings. You just go, oh my gosh, I can take action. And in doing that, you become so powerful in the universe or whatever you want to call it, and your mind know, dang, when I'm going to get on fire, things are about to happen. One of my favorite quotes, favorite, and this is from Kobe Bryant. He says, if you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. And that's the kind of attitude that we're talking about here. Pray for that bear. Like, when that obstacle comes up, I'm going to break through it. And feel that feeling. Feel how that would be. Imagine yourself in a situation that you'd normally be fearful of. And I'm talking about maybe it's you need to make a phone call, but you haven't done it. Maybe it's you need to get up on stage and speak and you haven't done it. Maybe it's you haven't been telling your partner exactly how you feel about what's going on in your relationship. Maybe it's your business partner. You need to work on your business. And you have that anxious feeling come up, and so you just let it slide, and you let it slide, and you start to resent the world. You start to feel ungrateful for everything. And the reason why you feel that way is because you never took any action. You never told anybody. Nobody knew. And it was because you stayed silent. Don't live that life where you're silent. Live that empowered life. Be like, man, I can take care of anything I need to. And so inspire yourself. inspire others, pray for the bear.
Live that inspired, 100% inspired life. Because the world needs you to be fearless. The world needs you to be strong and courageous so that you can show up, share your gifts, share your love, and just shine bright. You guys know that we're here to help elevate you, to help you break free from those fears or those limiting beliefs that hold you back. And if fear has been something that's been holding you back for far too long now, if fear has been stopping you from being that courageous mother, or if fear has been stopping you from being that creative entrepreneur, then we invite you to join us inside the Elevated Life Monthly Membership, because on April 3rd, right? Tuesday, April 3rd, we're going live inside the membership. You guys know we teach live every month, and we're going to be talking all about how to overcome your fears. Not just the small ones, but the deep-rooted ones that we collectively have here in our society, because we've been programmed by fear. If anyone's ever watched the news, they're using fear to program you. And so we want to help you break through all of the BS and all of those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. So if that's something that you've been struggling with, join us inside the Elevated Life Monthly Membership. And to make this deal even sweeter, we're offering you $1 access to the membership club. So if you've been wanting to do it, you join us here every Friday, you love our teaching, you love our brute force style, because that's how we do it, man. We just give it to you like it is, we speak the truth, and if it resonates with you, then come on and join us inside the membership club.
Yeah, and again, this is so important, especially if you're a parent. I mean, especially, I can't grind that in hard enough. If you have someone that relies on you, if you're the blueprint, if you're the example for a little one, and you want to teach them how to really go after their dreams and give them the best opportunity at success in their life, whatever that means for them, this is one of those opportunities to really grab fear by the horns and just tackle it to the ground. Because we're going to be sharing things about once you have the fear, once the emotions come up, how to deal with them. We're going to be talking about, again, all those methods, all those digging beneath the obstacle, going over the obstacle. We're going to show you all of those things that we've practiced, that we've been teaching our clients for so long, that allow them to really go after what they need and, again, to set that example.
Exactly. So if you're someone who wants to break free and overcome their fears so that you can finally live that creative life that you've been dreaming of, but you've been holding yourself back, then we highly recommend you jump inside the membership club for only $1. We have a really kick-ass special for you guys today. We're going to leave that link in the comments below, brittanycarmichael.com/dollar. Our membership club is normally $47 a month, but we're offering you this opportunity because we know that fear is a dream killer, and it's just not fun to watch our friends sit back and hold themselves back and not play at their full potential. So we want to help you to overcome your fears so that you can go out into the world and do your great work. So if you feel called, we invite you to join the membership club for just $1. After the 30-day trial, $1 trial is up, it will go back to the normal price of $47. So if you want to overcome your fears, then join us inside the membership club for only $1. And we'll be going live on Tuesday, April 3rd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't worry, if you can't make it live, there are recordings to each and every month's training. So not only will you get access to this month's training for just $1, you'll also get all the past months' training that we've done, where we teach you how to set up your year for success, we teach you plant-based living, we teach you how to simplify your life. There's so much amazing content that you'll have access to once you join the membership club.
Yeah, and Amanda says, grab fear by the horns and tackle to the ground. Love it. Yeah, it's so true. You know, this is one of those deals that really makes or breaks successful people. And a lot of times the difference between someone who's really successful and someone who just, again, plays small is just about how they're managing those emotions as they come up. Remember, fear's going to come up no matter what. It's going to come up. It's going to happen. But it's how you deal with it. It's what is that process that you take on. It's knowing the processes and then doing them in that moment when you need them. And so we're going to be teaching all of those things in the monthly membership. Alex says, stop caring about what other people think. Reduce your fears. It's so true, man. So many people get crippled by the criticism that, other people bring on them. But the reality is that's the price you pay for being successful. It costs that. That's the price. It costs other people's criticisms. They're going to criticize you. Look at literally anybody, go on Amazon, read any book reviews, and at least half of them be like, this is the worst book I've ever read in my life. It doesn't matter what the book is. It's always going to happen. It's always going to come up. So it's up to you to decide for yourself to be that example, to pray for the bear, to tackle that fear, and to be able to move forward and to show your kids, show your team, show your spouse, say, hey, I can do it. Let me show you by example. I'm just going to show you. and then boom, you've got it.
Yeah, be that fearless person the world needs you to be. We need more courageous leaders, that aren't held back by fear, that have the ability to stand up on their own 2 feet and say, no, this is what is true. This is what I believe in. And so many more people are starting to feel that inner call where they're like, something's not right. This isn't working. And a lot of it is us becoming clear and conscious of the fears that have been holding us back from playing big. So if you want to overcome your fears, then join us in the monthly membership club at BrittanyCarmichael.com/dollar, and you'll get access for 30 days for only $1. You can cancel at any time, but honestly, once you're inside the club, you'd be crazy to cancel because we offer so much content that is easy to digest, easy to move through each month. We don't overwhelm you. We give you one bite-sized video for a yoga workout, for a meditation, and our live 90-minute training where you have direct access to us, which normally costs thousands of dollars to work one-on-one with us, but we decided we needed to open up a club where more people could feel supported, accountable, and have access to teachers that can help them overcome whatever blocks come up along their way. Thank you, Anne, for posting the link. So if you're interested in joining for $1, click the link that Anne just posted and you can have access right away.
Yeah, and think about this too. One last message real quick is that if you're not the leader in your life, if you're not the leader for your kids, look who the leaders really are right now. Look at what's going on in our political climate, look what's going on in the media, and decide, is that who you want leading your children, leading yourself, leading your team? Are these the leaders that we want to look up to? So many times there are these confident people who are just totally, maniacal and, don't necessarily have that same high vibrational elevated life that we're talking about. And too often, so many of the people who we need to be leaders, who we need to stand up, who we need to take charge, play small and let their fears overwhelm them. And so if this is you, jump in with us for $1. Like, let's get this handled. Let's get you on that path so you can say, I don't want to be afraid anymore. I'm ready to take charge of my life. I'm ready to do things I know that I'm capable of. Come join us.
Yeah. Are you ready? Because we know that the world needs you to be ready. And so there's no time to delay. That's exactly why we taught you in this video our brute force technique for overcoming fears, because literally you only have enough time for 3 seconds of fear. If you allow it to continue, it will consume you for the rest of your lifetime. So now is the time to get a handle on it, to realize that your fears are just you imagining yourself failing or not living up to your fullest potential. And the more that you imagine yourself not living up to your fullest potential, the more you're going to realize that mediocrity life.
Woo! There it is. Happy Friday, y'all.
Sweating.
Hey, and for our friends that celebrate Easter, happy Easter to you guys coming up. Enjoy the weekend. Try out this method. Be that example. Pray for the bear.
Example. Yeah. Pray for the bear, because you here watching on The Elevated Life are a fearless leader, whether you're realizing it or not. So if you need help overcoming those fears, then join us live inside the monthly membership club at BrittanyCarmichael.com/dollar so that you can have access to this powerful training, meditations, yogas, and all the past training that we've put out there to help elevate your life. Anne says, need that on a shirt. Yes, our t-shirt company's coming soon, guys. So exciting. We have so much cool stuff coming up this year for you guys. All kinds of new trainings, all kinds of new opportunities, even products like t-shirts and tarot and oracle cards. So we are so excited to bring you all this cool stuff. And you know what? We wouldn't be able to do that if fear was holding us back. So if you have an idea, if you have a dream and you're wanting to put it out into the world, oh my gosh,
now's the time.
Don't waste any longer. 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll see you inside the membership club and next Friday for the Elevated Life series. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend. Bye.